All right, Bernie Sanders protesters taking to the streets, making their voices heard outside the DNC right here in Philly. Here with reaction, pollster Frank Luntz, Trump campaign advisor, and pollster Kellyanne Conway, and Democratic strategist. What is that pin you have on? What is that pin?
It's the beautiful Hillary Clinton pin.
Are you seriously?
Absolutely.
We're handing him out free tonight.
Yes.
Through Bill Clinton's speech, you got a free pin.
You got to admit, though, Penny, that she was cheating with the DNC. They were colluding.
She was not colluding.
Oh, no, that's what do you call it then?
No, it was absolutely not. You had some staffers at the DNC, yes. That
you had some that made racial slurs.
Yes.
Some that made gay and lesbian slurs. You had some
and I think
an anti-Semitic strategy.
And no, it was not an anti-Semitic.
Oh, no?
You had one staffer.
One top staffer?
One staffer that was inappropriate.
And if Donald Trump had some staffer that said something racist, anti-Semitic, anti-gay, misogynist.
Former chairs have called for their firing. Ed Rendell, Terry McAuliffe, others, many. And I think you're going to see.
Why isn't Hillary called for firings?
She's asked for the investigation. She wants to know
the investigation. That means like 5 years later.
Please. No, I suspect at the end of this, I expect people have a full
By the way,
right
she said she has no idea what's in the emails. Kellyanne, we've heard this before.
Well, we've heard this before. Plus, Julian Assange at WikiLeaks, he promises more emails coming our way. And even though we couldn't read the 33,000 she deleted from the first server, I guarantee you we're going to be able to have a treat. Popcorn alert, there are more emails coming.
When do you think? Do you think if it comes in October, would that be the October surprise?
I'm good to see it this week before she speaks. I guess I could wait till October, but I'm good this week. I got time.
I'm free. Frank Luntz, how does it look when they're chanting Black Lives Matter in this hall? And most of America now knows a group that said, what do we want, dead cops? When do we want it now? You always talk about language. If there was a group at Donald Trump's convention that chanted, what do we want, dead liberals? When do we want it now? God forbid. Do you think the response of the media and everyone else would be just a hair different?
Well, absolutely. But the key in all of this is that we're looking at undecided voters. It represents 11% of the population. And a lot of these people reject both candidates. And it's what kind of language, message, and focus are they looking for? Three things. Number one is accountability. And I don't think that the DNC scandal is going to help Secretary Clinton on the attribute of accountability. Number two is common sense. They don't want people talking over their heads. And they're not looking backward. They're looking forward. It's not what you did 10 years ago. It's what you're going to do on day one and day 100.
Do you feel that Bill Clinton lost? He's nowhere near the presence he was even 4 years ago.
No, but we don't. But let's be fair to him. We don't know if he's ill.
I actually felt bad for him.
I tweeted out that he doesn't have the voice that he had even 3 years ago, but he still had a hold of this audience. And
he always goes too long. He gets boring.
He's respectful more than riveting to them. But
exactly.
This year Hillary Clinton had to become more like Bill Clinton, and instead Bill Clinton became more like Hillary Clinton. Have you seen him out in the trail? He points the finger. He gets angry. The charm is gone. I think the engagement, the accessibility to most voters is on. And he's not going to be the most popular speaker this week by far. But I think more importantly, when you talk about accountability, Frank is absolutely right, and transparency. Sean, seriously speaking, I don't know how Hillary Clinton turns around this week or this year the 68% of Americans who say they just don't trust her. What are they going to say? She's a liar, but she's our liar?
Well, Penny,
I think distrust of her will outweigh distaste for him.
All right, answer that question. That's a good question. Good point.
It's a fair question, and I think that some of that on the trust factor, I don't think a lot of those numbers are going to fail or are going to move that much. But I think people are going to look at many other factors: whether or not she's competent, whether or not she has experience, whether or not she has a vision to bring forth.
Name me two very specific things. Now follow the language.
All right.
Very specific things she has accomplished in her long career that has made the lives of Americans better.
Children's health insurance.
Okay, children. What, the CHIP plan?
Yeah, the CHIP plan, the children's health insurance. So all of us, you don't think it's good that children can have health insurance? So
no, I'm a conservative. I want children. I want dirty air, dirty water, children to die.
That's great. Yeah, well, that's great.
That's your narrative.
Well, that's great that you do.
That's
but
the same
we actually
what
want
else?
we want to actually protect our children.
I'll give you extra time.
What she did for 9/11 and the victims that would be able to clean up the air,
yeah,
to be able to provide them health care. Those are very specific things.
Right.
But back to the point on Bill Clinton, though, that was a different type of speech he was giving tonight. It was a biographical speech.
It was trying to rebuild her image, which is so badly damaged.
He skipped about 18 years in there that were uncomfortable for them.
81% of Americans.
By the way, 18 is probably long. I mean, with all due respect, I'm listening to this fairy tale marriage, and I'm like, this is just not true.
He went from Yale Law School to Chelsea's birth to tonight.
Well, we'd still be here if we went through the whole 18 years.
No one is going to vote on his marriage. What they are going to vote on, 81% believe that America is less safe today than it was 8 years ago. 81%. We've never had a period in American history where it is that negative. And she was Secretary of State for 4 of those 8 years. That, to me, we never talk about it because it's not. It doesn't grab viewers. But you know what, Sean? We have a higher percentage of Americans who are voting on national security.
So, Frank, we brought you in because you're sexy and you bring in viewers. That's why you're here.
No, you brought me
based
in
on what you said.
You brought me in because my ass fits the chair. That's why you brought me in.
I've known Frank for 30 years.
And it's fitting the chair more every time.
We don't talk about it because it's not sexy. Why are you here?
And that 81. Look at that.
What?
I'm the one who makes all of you look awesome. 81% of Americans, and they're not wrong, Sean, and she's going to be held accountable for that. And then the question is, do you feel safer based on what she's done in the past? Yemen, Iraq, Iran, Russia, North Korea.
Well said.
They're going to go through all of these, and I think that 81% is going to grow.
The RNC had a press conference today about this very thing, and I participated in it. There were 8 or 10 great speakers. It was all about that she has to be held accountable and that she's not qualified to be commander-in-chief in the future because her Secretary of State tenure was so bad. By the way, ISIS... The birth and the growth of ISIS happened on their joint watch. The Russian reset, exactly what you're saying. And Omarosa gave a wonderful recitation of those Boko Haram girls.
Yeah, she
and how
did.
can we possibly look the other way? Why is nobody in a position of power? Barack Obama.
By the way, last question for Penny, then we're going to go to my friend Chris. So Hillary Clinton's a champion of gay rights, right? Freedom of religion.
Yes.
She's a champion. Why are you writing things down? They're playing tic-tac-toe over there.
No, I couldn't believe he said ass on your show.
But you just said it again.
Hey, listen.
I couldn't believe he said that.
Really? Listen, I said it myself. I said little Johnny Stewart has his head up Obama's ass. I'll say it on national TV. What? I mean, I'm allowed to say it. It's cable.
Well, that's why we need Ben Carson.
That's why
we need Ben Carson to do the surgery to have it removed.
You need the preacher's
exactly. Exactly.
That's why he should be here.
Frank, we have smart people on, too. It does not a matter of it's not a sexy topic. National security, state lives is important.
Exactly.
So, why does Hillary Clinton, the champion of women's rights, take money from countries that kill gays and lesbians, that treat women like third-class citizens and tell them how to dress? Men can tell them whether they can go to work or school. You can't build a temple or a Christian church. Why does she take money from those countries and never criticize them?
It's not that she never criticizes them. It's not that she doesn't criticize them.
Give me one example. I have Googled. She has never criticized Saudi Arabia.
Yes,
until fairly recently after we beat the drum for 5 months.
Okay, so you just proved the point. Yes, she has come out.
Okay, she was embarrassed and shamed into it, just like they were shamed into mentioning ISIS tonight.
And she has done programs in which she has empowered the women in Afghanistan over, especially on the Taliban rule and other things. So it's a fair question to ask. And I would say that she has used a lot of that money.
Here's my question.
She has used that money for...
Would you take money from a country that kills gays and lesbians?
No.
Would you take money from a country that men get to dictate how women dress, where women can't drive a car?
All the while running as the first female president
exactly.
of the States.
And are we safer?
I mean, these are not...
Are we
No, we're not,
safer?
Frank.
It's a
The answer is
question.
no. We're not safer.
Question.
Would you take money from a country that wouldn't allow the building of a temple or a Christian church?
Probably not.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see
Case closed. Your Honor, thank you. The jury, it's in your hands.